Okay, so the game should be starting rather soon. Players should just be greening up anytime soon, so we should finally be starting after, well, it was supposed to be like a 10-minute break, but it turned out to be like 25 minutes, unfortunately. Not really going to schedule, but that's alright. So let's see how this game is going to be going, as Bonaire just took the first win last game. So let's go how it's going to be going for this round. Bit different gods coming in. Also different players, I think, for both teams actually. I think Bonamet was playing last game as well though, and Gabu was as well. I'm not sure if Melo was to Thor last game. Not sure if that's the same name or not. Maybe someone in the comments will know. Interesting vision got power here by the green player. Oh, he's going to be knowing where the hunt is, I guess. And it seems like Teal had a similar idea. Probably knowing where green is right now. Okay, so let's have a look at the players. So for PSXs, the first player is going to be Gabu again, playing as the Loki again. And hunting dogs probably already upgraded. Yes, exactly. In the pocket for them. Ooh, this is a pretty sweet spot. I'm quite liking this for PSXs. They have Mage playing as the Ra in the pocket. That's definitely a position you want to be having as the Ra, so pretty good for them. Oh wait, it is like that. And it seems like the set is going to be on the flank for PSXs. And he's going for the hunt as well. Hunting dogs already upgraded. And then we're going to have a look at the opponents. It's going to be Bon Adrian playing as Oranos. And he will be facing the set player. Alright. Quite nice scouting already. Using the walking oracles method mostly, which is what I like to do as well. It's a lot more efficient than just let them stand somewhere. And in the pocket it's going to be Oranos, Bonadolf playing as Oranos, going for mana right now. And he seems to be preparing quite nicely for the shifting sands over here with the buildings around the town center. I'm quite liking this. He's thinking like there might be some kind of villager rush, though the vision power has already been used, so it would be a bit harder to execute, but definitely not impossible. And where's the manor for Bon Adrian? It's near the gold mine, which is pretty much standard, so he's not really preparing for any kind of shifting sands near the TC. Quite a lot of piggies here. Let's see what the Oranos in the pocket is going to be doing, if he's gonna boom or just play aggressive and standards. Since he's in the pocket, booming could be an option for him, especially since these very defensive gods over there. And it's gonna be Bonamet playing a set on the flank. I think he would have rather been in the pocket, so pretty unlucky spawn for them. And he's going for temple already. So maybe some kind of shifting sands shenanigans are coming in, because he will have rather early advance, probably around 4:30. Let me check. He's definitely having quite a nice amount of food, so quite nice. Temple here already up, and Ptak coming in for the green player. And how about player 5? He is not yet ready to advance, the pink player. He's probably going for some kind of slower advance, since he's in the pocket. And a bit of green animals trying to kill the oracle over there. They weren't really as successful as they would have hoped, probably. Well, I'm getting pretty tired though. But that's alright. Going for the forward hunt here. Sending this filly home is definitely a nice idea, since he can be killed quite easily in the raiding. Pickaxe already up for I think, yeah, so far only pickaxe for of the Egyptians for the pink player. And Ptah's right now coming in. And let's see what they are going to be preparing for. He's trying to take the forward TC for himself. I'm actually guessing that this might be... No, it is actually his, I think. Because this is reds and blues. Pretty weird spawn, I must say. So this is his, and he's going to be taking it quite fast with T-Villies in there. To just kill these for some food. Definitely a nice idea, because this is a pretty safe spot to hunt. I'm actually quite liking this. I've never seen this before, but that's definitely a nice idea. You take the forward hunt with the priests, and after that you just use it to hunt near your TC. Definitely quite safe. In the meantime, some shifting sands shenanigans going on over here. Or not really, no shifting sands casted actually. That's nice for him, he can use it later. Just a bit of raiding with the units. Is there something going on anywhere else on the map? Shifting sands right now being used. Where exactly? Over here in the towers. To do a bit of damage to the units. I think that's... He didn't kill them at all, so not really sure if that was all that worth it. Yeah, these units being shifted away so he can finish his TC, which makes sense. He just wants to be finishing his TC in peace. Hey, it seems like Bon Adolf was quite nicely preparing for any kind of shifting sands, but he's not really going to be needing to be worried about it all that much, though there is still one shifting sand left, so let's see what's going to be happening with that. It seems like all the Egyptians have a second TC up. Ra going for farms right now. Making himself ready for the rain to be casted. There is going to be a bit of a double going on this side though. Definitely looking quite dangerous for the green player. Rain right now being casted. And not really all that much communication with the allies, because they don't have any farms at all ready themselves, so... Which means that his allies are not really going to be taking advantage of the rain, which is definitely quite unfortunate, I must say. This TC might actually go down. It would be pretty bad for green. It was a really risky decision to take this TC though. And the double is definitely quite harsh, I must say. Yeah, these Turma are generally really good against Priest. Yeah, these Axemen can deal with the horses quite nicely. And on the other team, any farms so far? It seems like Ra's the only one taking advantage really of the rain. Yeah, this CC is going down, unfortunately. This one mercenary is not gonna be enough for sure. And that's gonna be putting green in pretty tough position, though he is already taking the back TC. It seems like his risky decision didn't really pay off. And well, he's just trying to recover himself pretty much by taking this, and he should be pretty much fine doing that, as there are no units nearby to deny it. It could definitely be quite dangerous though if one of the enemies takes some of this. In the meantime, on the other side of the map, it seems like the hearses are trying to find something to kill. They are trying to kill this tower. I think they might be just successful, though they should definitely be careful of the axemen over here. And they just killed this one Teal Priest. Boar right now scouting a bit on this side of the map. They almost killed the tower. Even though they are X-Men, it seems like the yellow player is still feeling quite confident that he can kill all the X-Men. Though with not right now reinforcement arriving, he's definitely going to... it seems like Teal's not really focusing his units too much, so they're just gonna die. Pretty much. Right now they are fighting. But I think it's already too late for Teal to be engaging in this fight. A bit of idols right now here, not really ideal. And a bit of raiding right now going on from red in yellow's base. Let's see if yellow is going to be... This is not ideal either. Should definitely be paying a bit more attention to this. It might cost him if he doesn't. Also not sure why they were idle, to be honest. Yeah, TC... Seems like red is right now trying to claim this TC for himself. And it seems like blue is trying to take 2 TCs at the same time, so he will be at 3. Definitely nice idea. And it seems like pink is going for the forward TC as well. Definitely a nice idea for him. And yeah, definitely needed, because I think the green player will be needing some kind of help anytime soon, because he's still stuck in classic. And he is... If he gets a little bit more gold, he might be near advancing, so that would be alright. Migdal already being dropped here, producing carrots. Good choice for him. And he is sending them here with the rock. Interesting why the rock is actually here. This is quite nicely caught by blue and red, and this is gonna cost Gabu some economy, as it seems. And this rock, if PSX is not careful, he's gonna lose the rock and the crocodile inside. Yes, definitely quite nicely played by Team Bonaire. But it seems like green is gonna be reclaiming his TC, and that's definitely good for him. Which is gonna put all players at 2 or 3 TCs pretty much. Though Gabu is still hanging on to his 1 TC. Maybe he can go for a back TC anytime soon. Front one should be a little bit harder to get, I guess. Should be not as easy. Yeah, I still think this is a pretty weird spawn. It is in water range though, this one. I think this one for sure, but maybe this one as well, though. So it can be quite important. This one is in water range as well. The water is gonna be important in this game, I guess. Yeah, this back one as well. But it's between the 2 players, so it should be no problem there. This is a hard one. Maybe barely. Not really sure where the water stops. If it's here or if it's there. Not too sure. Otherwise the TC should be pretty much fine. I think this should be out of range barely. Yeah, the TC right now being up for an FT's coming in. I would have done that on a back TC just to be safe. Nice catch here by pink. So he is gonna lose his carrots, but he's gonna stop the TC from coming up. And that was definitely needed, because Teal was about to take yellow's front TC, and it would have been pretty problematic if he would have gotten this TC. But I think he will get it eventually. It will just be delayed. seems like Bonadov is gonna take Adrian's TC, or maybe not, he just stopped. Which makes sense, because it's actually I think this was actually supposed to be his, and this from his teammate or something like that. And flaming weapons right now being cast, and it's just completely decimating Teal's army. And maybe he can do some kind of push, that would definitely be nice. Maybe he can go for like this, reclaim the CC for himself, or maybe some harassment up here. But this will definitely be a bit harder to get, because the Migdol will be firing as well. He could have, I think this might have been a slightly better pick. But let's see how this is going to be going for him. I mean, the Migdol is going down quite fast, so let's see if he will be fine doing that. On this side of the map is still pretty much equal. There are lots of Turma coming in though. And the Ancestors right now trying to help dealing with the Hursars. Which they are not really all that great at, especially without the Eclipse. They really don't stand much of a chance, but it might delay Yellow just enough, so his TC can stay up. Let's hope that for Team Bonaire, because I mean, if this TC is going to be falling, this will be a bit harder to control, I guess. So this is pretty important spot for Team Bonaire. And the battle on this side is still raging, pretty much equal. This is not really ideal placement of the birds. It's gonna die if Bonadov is not gonna be careful about that. Lots of siege though. Yeah, exactly. Bon Adrian was going to take this. I feel like, yes, exactly. Some camels would definitely be nice against this. Shifting sands, definitely a nice idea. This is definitely going to be enough to get this TC down in time. And this is going to be quite a bit of a problem for Bon Ahmed. Like, for sure. Though not much army left from yellow, but it should be enough. It appears that Blue was already through Atlas, and that is gonna save his teammate in here, because he was absolutely gonna lose this position. Actually, he has already lost it. He already lost it pretty much, but yeah, now maybe he will get an opportunity to reclaim this position. In the meantime, the battle on the top is still raging. It will be a 1v2 momentarily though, and it seems that the green player is also free mythic, and no Migdol for him so far, which is interesting. He did go for Horus though, and I think Horus has some infantry upgrades. Not entirely certain though. I think it did, so. Yeah, the siege works are right now dying. And it definitely did a lot of damage, but I think yellow and, yeah, mainly yellow. But he's having quite a hard time dealing with the army from blue. And teal as well, so he's really in no position to try to prevent this, which is gonna be a problem for him, because he's gonna lose all the momentum he just gained. And it's gonna mean that the flaming weapons right now gone. And it's gonna be pretty hard for him to push with 1 TC versus 4. He should definitely be getting this back TC ASAP, because he's not gonna have population to do anything pretty much. It seems like the battle on the top side is slightly going for PSXs, though I think that pink should definitely be starting to build up on the yellow side though, because yellow is gonna die really soon if they are not careful. I mean, he's gonna hold 4 TCs with just a 1, and with all these units in here, I'm not really seeing how he can be taking this at all. And a lot of villagers dying right now, also not really ideal. Some of these might be dying as well. So hard times for yellow pretty much. He's quite heavily doubled, and even though Pink is sending some units, some mercenaries, he's not really committing to this fight, which is gonna make it slightly harder. And the Son of Osiris is definitely helping. The Ancestors right now coming in, trying to deal with the blue vortex, which was definitely a nice idea. This vortex, because this battle was definitely going for PSXs and help here was definitely needed. But it seems like this vortex, especially with the Son of Osiris, which you should really be careful about since it is dying quite rapidly. Be careful, it's almost dead. Yes, okay, so it's still safe. And that's gonna be a pretty big problem for red. Yeah, this CC is gonna fall. Like 100%. Especially with the catapult in there as well. Very nice build up by Pink. He's doing pressure all over the map, and I think Pink is playing this quite nicely. Though he's definitely going to have to help his yellow teammate here, as he's getting wiped. There, no questions asked. I mean, there's nothing yellow can do about this. He is just 1 TC. His economy got absolutely raped by the raiding by both teal and blue. He got doubled. Right now trying to kill the siege towers with the villies, which is definitely a nice idea, but with all the carriots coming in as well, these villies are not really gonna survive for a long time, so it so appears that yellow is just going to be gone soon. Yeah, and this one camel is just not gonna be enough. And it seems even though Blue's Vortex didn't really stop the push from Green and Pink, it definitely delayed it quite a lot. Even though Pink is playing quite nicely, he's definitely gonna have to build up here, and this is just sending units one by one, and this is just a waste. They are just going to die. There's just no point of doing this. And it seems like Teal is realizing that, and that's why he's putting his units up here, so he can kill them instantly pretty much. He will definitely have to make like some kind of build up right here to really combat this, because, well, this is just not gonna be enough. Maybe some more catapults here would be nice to get rid of the other TC. The battle is raging here as well, apparently, and it's pretty much going for blue. Not really looking too great for PSXs right now, even though the red player is almost gone and the yellow player is just completely gone. He's running away with a few Ulfsarks, and these fillies shouldn't really survive too long if they don't escape in time. He should definitely be running, because if he wants to be of any kind of influence in this game still, he really needs to run with all he has and just try to stop the push to Pink's base. I'm kind of thinking that blue is trying to attack green from the back. And even though red is quite heavily damaged, he's still not gone. Trying to reclaim this TC for himself, definitely a nice idea for him to come back into the game. Yeah, and red really just can't stop this. But as long as he can hold on long enough, he's gonna win the game. Like 100%. As long as he can just hold on a bit longer. Yeah, this TC, the mercenaries might be dealing with this. Yes, he's sending the mercenaries to deal with the siege mainly. Yeah, and Gabu right now resigning as he's just gone. Maybe he could have like prevented this a bit longer if he helped his teammates, but since his teammate is already also losing as well on this side, and the push here by green is just not fast enough, it appears that the game is going to be over and that Make Bonaire Great Again is winning this fight 2-0. Going for Wonder though, let's see if that's going to be coming up. Definitely not the best Wonder placement. He could be placing it right here. That would be a bit better, because oh, he wasn't actually going for it seriously. All right. Well, GG then. He might have tried this. He could have placed it like right there, and maybe it would have been barely enough. But as soon as this guy would have gone Mythic, the Vortex would be there, and it would be quite hard without Isis Monuments to prevent this Wonder from being destroyed, I guess. Okay, so let's have a look at the post game. Yeah, you can definitely see here the economy for the yellow player. No problem, Kilt. I'm happy to do it. Happy to stream these games for all of you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. So to finish my thoughts, yeah, Gabu was definitely quite early aggressive, and pretty much he paid with his eco for that. You can definitely see it. He was on just 1 TC, and yeah, that was what he was going to be going for. And in the long run, it just didn't work out because the ice, rather the set was getting boomed, and yeah, there was just no way to stop it for him. And since pink wasn't really helping him all that much, it was just GG for him right there. Not much else to say about the economy up here. You can definitely see it here. The KD for yellow was actually quite nice. Mage was not all that efficient, as we can see. Bon Adrian was actually having quite nice KD, I must say, especially considering since he was facing a large amount of units all the time, pretty much. You can definitely see the yellow eco getting behind on the rest. Though, as you can see, quite nice amount of military units at the start of the game. And pretty influential flaming weapons, I must say. He did lose all of his army there though. Mostly because of the blue vortex, which was actually about here. So he was already losing some units, but he was taking the TC down, so it was actually worth it for yellow. He was gaining the momentum until the vortex, so just pretty unlucky for him, I guess, but definitely quite nicely played by blue. This was definitely quite a nice game, definitely interesting. For a second I thought PSXs could actually win this game, but yeah, unfortunately not. So it's going to be 2-0 for Make Bonaire great again, and quite nicely played by both of the players. So well, GG then.